Hey guys, I wanted to do a video of the Resistance with BB8 in Phase 2 of the Heroic Tank Raid. You go over general strategy and how you use the team to topple the tank. The first thing you want to focus on is having a super fast PO. The faster the better. You want to be able to taunt right away before the tank even has a chance to go. In order to do this, you need to have your PO over 240 speed. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you're landing your exposes. This phase is very RNG based, so if you only land 1, 2, I usually start over. Your goal is to have at least an exposed on every turret, if not at least 3 exposes on the board. This way, when you're attacking, you always want to attack a target that has exposed if possible, so you can just keep going back and forth. Using your special abilities, you want to land as many exposes as possible, and there's no shame in starting over if it just doesn't go your way. But all I do is spam pose taunt. You want to use it every time it's up, and then you want to use all of your special abilities. You use Finn's special attack to do the expose. You want to use your Resistance Trooper. You want to use his basic, and Resistance Pilot, you want to use his special. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you're trying to do this, if your team is fast enough to go before the tank, I normally do not attack the main tank before you have a chance to topple it once, just because the turn meter it has is at such an advantage compared to your team. So I normally just focus on the 3 guns and keep going from turret to turret and slowly whittling it down. Once you do get your exposes to land, you just want to keep circling around the tank. You don't have to focus on one. I go wherever the exposes are and just keep going around. Now, if you feel lucky, you can definitely go after the main tank, especially if you're landing a bunch and you got a few exposes on the board. You just need to be careful of the turn meter. You definitely want to try to topple it before it has a chance to go. It just gives you that one extra topple that most other teams can't get. Most other teams aren't fast enough to do this, so you want to get that advantage. And as you can see, you just keep going back and forth, slowly whittling down the turrets. And BB8 I don't ever attack with. He is just there to get the buffs on people to get Illuminated Destiny up as quick as possible. Now, after you drop the tank, this is where the fun begins, because you can stay in this phase for a long time. You just use the exact same abilities. You keep spamming anything that can put an expose on the target. You want to taunt, doesn't always land. You want to spam it, Illuminated Destiny as soon as it's up. The only time I do attack with BB8, as you just saw, is to put the tenacity down on the tank. This will help you to land more exposes. With Resistance Trooper, I do try once to use a special ability to try to land the speed down. I don't have any luck with this, so it only lands half the time for me. So I will do it once, sometimes twice, but I don't want to lose out on possible exposed chances. So to me, it's better just to keep rolling with his primary ability, just to try to get as many exposes as possible. And as you can see, I don't attack with BB8 at all. He may get 100k out of the 10 million damage my team did in this run. You just keep using his special just to get Illuminated Destiny quicker. Now, this is all completely random. Sometimes you can do a couple percent in a topple. Sometimes I've done up to close to 10 million. It seems to average out over the life of the fights. You get like 7-8 topples in. Some will be really good, some will be really bad. This run here, my first topple was really good, and my second one was not as good because I just couldn't land any single expose. It just didn't work. But if you can get Illuminated Destiny off 4 or 5 times, that is very good for a fight. And you'll refill your protection, so that's the great part about it, is your team could pretty much go forever if there wasn't an enrage. And if you just keep playing through, if you want to continue watching, and this goes on for another couple minutes, Phase 2, like I said, the second topple did not go as well for me. The one thing you do want to remember also as you're going through this, I really don't get too concerned about abilities until the blue bar goes down for the tank's turn meter. When you're getting close to the tank coming back up, you do want to watch post special abilities and also BB8s. Sometimes I take more of a risk and will do one right before it goes up, but I encourage you to definitely have one of the two ready to put all those exposes up. You want to save post haunt, or if you have Illuminated Destiny, sometimes I will just sit on that for when the tank comes back up. So it's all up to you and timing, but it definitely helps you to be more successful to bring it down. When it comes back up here, you don't want it to get multiple turns. You want to be able to take it down after it goes as soon as possible. And if you pop Illuminated Destiny here, it goes super quick. And as you saw, I just did Pose ability 2 on top of that. So there was exposes everywhere. Now, this is the time if you want to hit the main tank then, if this is going well and you got the turrets down pretty good, I would recommend you can fire on the main tank to get that extra damage in. I normally wait till I get some exposes from post haunt, hopefully, and then just keep going and I watch the turn meter. The turn meter goes pretty quick, so I will only do a couple if they're up, but just getting that extra damage is nice. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This will play on for another few minutes. The second topple did not go as well, so it's good to see a good topple and a bad topple, but not really much more you can do. It's just all luck.